It is a beautiful day down here in South Texas, and of course, we are filming at our usual spot because still kind of getting over this fear of filming in public. So there's only one way to conquer that, and that is by once again going ahead and doing so. So what I really want to talk about in this video is that most people think that like a ton of progress and success simply comes from rushing and locked in 24/7, which this can be the case, but what I have simply realized is that just taking your time, going with the flow and not rushing towards something that is what will lead to most progress. And I say this because I've had a stutter for the longest time, and which having a stutter back in the day, I would just simply rush into the kinds of actions that I knew that I had to do, which kind of made me more tensed up, a little bit more nervous, and my words would not be flowing very comfortable how that they are now, because I made this shift where it's like I know the kind of work that I got to simply get done, but it's not something that I rush towards, because if I rush towards it, then it won't be at the level of certainty that I really want to go from. And this right here goes hand in hand with becoming the most disciplined version of yourself. And I say that because yes, you really want to stay locked in and focused 24/7, but if you rush into these types of actions such as working out or rushing to get a specific thing done, the type of progress that you want to see will just simply won't be 100% certain. Plus you will have some scarcity on whether this is going well or if it's just you rushing to get shit done and kind of skipping out on the progress side of things. So that has been one of the biggest realizations, because if you rush towards something that you really want, then it's not going to lead you to the result that you want, which I have always wanted to have clear speech, but I would just rush towards that one goal, which kind of made me take a step back and just be more stressed out. Like it would feel like I was carrying my shoulders at like a very tense perspective. So it's like it was very hard to do the right kinds of actions, because I would just always be top of mind on how that would flow. So you and I probably both know that you're not quite where you want to be quite yet. And this could be from lack of action. You want things to go perfect, or you're waiting for the perfect time. But just let me say, so if you rush into any of those things, you will not see what you want to see. But it all starts with you to really just sit with yourself and to just really think what kinds of actions will actually help me move forward, and what type of process can I use for this to see this progress. Because if you go at it from a rush frame, then it's very hard to conquer your biggest fears, your your big scarcity that keeps showing up, and even the procrastination and resistance, because if you let those two things conquer you on your discipline journey, then you just let them take control of the driver's seat when they are just really pushing you through pain to see what you will do in that type of situation to move forward. And that is a perspective that not many people know, because they simply treat it like it's trying to hurt them, but for the long run, it's just pushing you through that type of pain to see that type of progress that you want. So the biggest takeaway from all of this is, by taking it one step at a time, it has led me to conquer my stutter. Plus, it has helped me step into the most disciplined version of myself and everything like that, because I have taken advantage of opportunities that my past self would not, because some of those were giving up presentations of my story in front of 20 plus people, and my past self would just say no, like in a blink of a heartbeat. But since I've rolled with this perspective of not rushing to going with this type of flow, into focusing on one thing at a time rather than doing 20 things at once, so it has helped me conquer my own stutter, which I have been working on for since I could talk. I'm 21, but it took a long time. Because I just went from a rush perspective, which most people do, but now that I think about it, life is about just flowing with how things go, and to do the right kinds of actions that will help you move forward. So what I want you to take away from this is, you're just a couple of consistent actions from stepping into your most disciplined self. But you don't need to do 20 things at once, because when you do 20 things at once, then you're focused on 100 things, and you're just not focused on making that type of progress that you want to see. But when you focus on one thing and you go from your own pace, then a certain type of progress just happens, because you're so in tune with your own journey, your own progress, and your own success that it simply doesn't phase you on the time frame, because when you go from this perspective, it really happens faster than you really see. So don't rush towards what you want, because then you will just let this procrastination take over, and that's the last thing that you want. So you know what you need to do. You know the types of actions that you have been putting off for the longest time. Let's make this happen. Let's focus on what will help move this forward, and then you will finally see this progress that you have been searching for the longest damn time.